everyone, this is Jillian from addingaburden.com, and today I'm doing a short video to show you what I keep in my quiet bag for my 3-year-old to use during our church service. So I'll start off by showing you the bag. This is sort of a cute little bag that I'm really happy about. I got it from a friend's fundraiser through 31 Gifts, and it was only $5 for this bag, and then there's a little one that comes inside. I think they're called Timeless Memory Pouches, and I'll leave the link in my blog, addingaburden.com. So inside the bag, the first thing that we always keep in here is the Jesus Storybook Bible. This is the best storybook Bible out on the market right now. If you don't have it for your kids, I highly recommend buying it. It would be a perfect Christmas gift. The really great thing about this one is that every single story points to Jesus. So even for adults who aren't quite sure how maybe Old Testament stories tie in with Jesus and the New Testament, you'll probably learn something as you're teaching your children. The next thing I keep in here is a Lift the Flat book, and I like to change these out. This is just a Stories Jesus Told Lift the Flat book. I already got it for a gift sometime. We have a bunch of different ones. Some are Bible stories, some are not. And it's just something fun for him to look at during the sermon. Sometimes if he's particularly agitated or bored during the service, I'll tell him something like, "Ari, can you find all the fish in this book?" And then he'll flip through the pages and look for all the fish or all the cats or something like that. Now my favorite thing that I keep in here, and actually probably Ari's favorite thing too, is this reusable sticker sheet. This is actually from a Melissa and Doug reusable sticker sheet book. It came with 5 scenarios and 150 stickers, and I just cut each of the scenarios out, and then I cut up the stickers as well. There's 3 sheets in here, and put them on their little forms in a little baggie and binder, clipped it together. So we actually have 5 of these that he can use. We keep one for trips in the car, and then we can exchange the other ones out. Next, I have a classic coloring book. This is actually a coloring book that our previous church was getting rid of, and I got like 20 of them. So coloring book, and this is the little bag that it comes with, and this is a perfect little baggie for crayons. So I just have my crayons in here. You can keep them loose. I just have them still in the box because they're new. I'm sure they'll end up loose in the bag soon. And I actually also keep little note cards in here because Ari actually right now likes to draw even more than he likes to color, so it's nice for him to have something just to draw on his own. So that's that little pouch coloring book. And then the rest of the things that I have in here are sort of little sensory things. This is kind of a cute little thing I actually got at our grocery store. It's like a stretchy, bean-filled elephant. There's all different kinds of animals you can get. Ari really likes elephants because he was one for Halloween. So we have the little elephant one, and it's just fun. It has really realistic details, which is sort of fun. And then of course the ability to stretch and squeeze is also fun too. And a classic little bendy man. I got this idea actually because our church has sort of generic quiet bags that you can use, and they always have, well not always, they sometimes have one of these in their little bags. So it's kind of fun. Or you can bend it around, make it ride the elephant, make it do different positions, maybe that he sees in church, like the benediction. And the final thing I have in here is something I have not used yet, but I bought it because Ari loves playing with Play-Doh. He can sit for hours at our kitchen table and play with Play-Doh. So I didn't want to bring Play-Doh into church because it gets very crumbly, and he sits on his knees and it always ends up ground into the knees of his pants. So this is just a little egg with silly putty in it. And of course silly putty becomes more pliable the warmer it gets. So I'm kind of thinking Ari's little hands won't be able to warm it up enough to make, hopefully, to make a big mess, and that he'll just be able to play with it neatly. We'll see. I'll have to let you guys know if we have any silly putty disasters in church. We sit at a table in our church, and so he has space to use all these things. If you are in a church where you're in rows or pews, what I would recommend doing is buying one of those clipboards and then clipping your child's coloring book or sticker page or something like that to the clipboard so they have something hard to work on. And then the last thing I always keep in here that's not in this bag right now is a little candy, like some of those fruit juice gummies or something like that, and I always give them to Ari at the beginning of the service, and he really looks forward to that. That's something my parents always did for me with peppermints when I was growing up, so we carry on the tradition. And I will say that we only use this bag for the sermon, because the singing and the offering or taking communion, all of those things, in the reading of scripture, all of those things are areas in which even at 3 years old our son can participate. So he doesn't always know the words, but he can dance or try to sing along, and he can watch watch other people give their offering, or when we go up for communion, of course, he can participate in that. So we only allow him to use this bag, and he knows it during the sermon, because the sermon is the part where he doesn't really fully understand what's going on. And also because I find that when his little hands are busy, then he's actually more prone to pay attention to what's going on, because he's not upset or trying to figure out how to, tell me that he has to go to the bathroom so he can get out of the service, or touch the person behind us or anything like that. So we only use it during the sermon, and it's worked out great for us so far. And then just before I go, I want to show you one more thing, is that I always like to have 2 quiet bags. So I keep the extra in a plastic bag, and then I just swap it in and out, and that way Ari doesn't always get bored with the things that are inside. Eventually I'd even like to have maybe 1 more, so I have 3 to rotate. But this bag is very similar. I have another sticker sheet. Oh, it looks like the stickers fell off in here. Yep. I have another one of these reusable Melissa and Doug sticker pads, and then some stickers that can go with it. So he can still play stickers, but it's just a new scenario, new stickers. And these are kind of cool. My cousin made these for me. They're actually ouchie bags that you can keep in the freezer, and then your little one puts them on their head or their knee or whatever when they bump it. But Ari just likes to play with them as bean bags, so they're nice and quiet. They kind of smell nice. He can play with them during church, sort of like stack them and just shake the beans to one side or the other side. He just likes the sensory-ness of these things. Another Lift the Flat book. Like I said, I like to change these out a lot. And another one of these little stretchy guys. This one's a tiger. This is kind of cool. This is one of these stress balls. I often get these free from different companies. I got this one at the grocery store with a cool little cushy hair, so it's just something fun to play with. It has a little smiley face on it. And then finally, a little pad to color on, and then this is kind of a cool thing. This is probably my favorite thing in this bag, which is crayons that you can interchange. You can take off the color, and then you slip, if I can do it, yeah. You slip one in there, a new one comes out, and you put it on. Ari loves to take things apart and put them back together, so I have a feeling he will probably play with this more than he'll actually color with it. So that's what I keep in our quiet bags. I'd love to hear from you. What sort of things do you use? What works for you? What have you found doesn't work for you? Leave me a comment below, and others can benefit from your wisdom as well. And I hope this helps you in your parenting in the pew journey. Bye!